Well, I thought the instructions were pretty much by the book, with the exception of that particular area. So, just to go back to basics, the US Constitution establishes a floor, and everybody has those same rights. That includes the Fifth Amendment, the right to know exactly what you're charged with, and the Eighth Amendment, the right to confront the charges against you. If the charges are so ambiguous that you don't know what you're charged with, then both of those rights have been violated. Now, New York can add to your rights like New Jersey does, but it can't detract from them, as is, I would argue, is happening here. So by telling the jury, as long as the 12 of you agree that some crime was being masked by these so-called deceptive bookkeeping practices, it doesn't matter if it's the same crime. I would argue that that's unconstitutional, and the former president should relax, because he has not only a built-in appeal, but a built-in reversal if he should be convicted on that very point. In
Well, it's
fairness to Justice Mearsham, this is the way the statute reads. He's just following the law. The law is wrong, and he should have invalidated it long before the trial started. But that dog has left. It's too late to invalidate it
let's
now.
flip it
But
though.
the instruction that he gave is an unconstitutional instruction, in my view.
Yes, and let's flip it. Let's say there's an acquittal. Let's say there's a hung jury. There's a lot of time here where Donald Trump has been kept off of the campaign trail. There's obviously financial elements to fighting this case here. Would there be an opportunity, perhaps, for Trump to go after New York for malicious prosecution, tort law? I'm not sure he would ever want to do that if he's, running the country as the president. But I would think there could be exposure there if he ever wanted to take it that far, Judge.
So the short answer is no. An acquitted defendant cannot sue the government that prosecuted him unless the defendant can show that there was no basis for the prosecution, or it was based on phony evidence, false evidence, concocted evidence, something truly malicious like that. Here we have a grand jury that indicted. We don't know exactly what the grand jury saw, but we know some of what the grand jury saw before it decided to indict. But I agree with you. Whatever Donald Trump's going to be doing in the next 4 years, whether he's president or whether he's back at Mar-a-Lago, I don't think he wants to go through this again.
Well, obviously, there are a lot of people on the other side here talking about this case and raving about Judge Juan Merchan, not saying the things that we're pulling out here, unconstitutional jury instructions. Take a look at MSNBC here, Andrew Weissman, the comment he made.
And as you've noted, with respect to Judge Merchan, I mean, I am like now, I have like a man crush on him. He is such a great judge that it's hard to see that the jurors wouldn't have the same impression. I mean, you just keep on thinking, if you looked in a dictionary for like judicial temperament, that's what you get.
Our own Greta Van Susteren posting in response, great judge, I taught evidence. She writes, I would have flunked Merchan for allowing irrelevant and sensational testimony with Stormy Daniels discussing sex. Zero to do with the indictment. It was only to inflame the jury. And I think that's extremely valid today, because some of the things that the jury wants reread is about Cameron McDougal and David Pecker with this catch and kill. That has nothing to do with the indictment. I mean, the indictment's right here. Karen McDougal's name is not in it, Judge. Your take on the man crush.
Okay, so I'm the man crush. Listen, I have a lot of respect for Justice Mearsham, and I thought his temperament was excellent. I actually agree with Andrew Weissman, except I don't have a man crush on him. I'm not going to go that far, and I am harshly critical, as I just was a few minutes ago with you, of this one unconstitutional instruction. As far as the Karen McDougal stuff, I think, again, New York allows, I think it's a bad law, but New York allows it. New Jersey allows it. I was forced to follow it when I was on the bench in New Jersey. This prior bad acts rule, which allows the government to tell the jury of other bad but similar and uncharged things that the defendant did. That's why McDougal was in there.